Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are talking some wallets, and we have the Lost Dutchman, the Franklin wallet here. So this is fresh out of the mailbox, and kind of the first time I'm going to be kind of looking and playing with it. And first of all, I love the russet color. That is my favorite color out of his color offering. So that's the first thing I noticed, is how much I miss this color on the wallet. Now, at first impressions, it's kind of a big wallet, and if you're gonna make a wallet big, what are you getting for the extra size? So this is noticeably bigger, feels bigger than the Franklin or the Thin Fin. So currently these are my two favorite wallets. So been looking for something to dethrone this one. And this one is bigger. This one actually is more along the lines of like the Hobei. So if you kind of look at them, they're kind of about the same footprint of the Hobei. Now, when we open this one up, you pretty much only got one pocket here. And take all my stuff out of this one. So it does feel roomier. But one of the first things I kind of notice is the cards sit a little bit low. I kind of feel like this should have been, trimmed lower so you can kind of get to your cards easier, because you don't have a whole lot of room to kind of sort through. If they were kind of, a little higher up, then you have a little more room to work with. Like when when I take them out of this one and we put them into this one, you kind of see, I see a good amount of the card. It gives me plenty of room to kind of work my way through the cards, where on this one, they sit so low that you kind of have to go inside there and play. So not happy about kind of how high this comes up. I really think this should have been kind of trimmed down, to about here. And then you kind of see more of the cards and you kind of have more room to work with. Now if we close this up, I always like to check to see about the extra flaps. You can kind of see, it's okay. I think this could be a little bit shorter, but it actually closes. On my previous wallets, I've always had to trim this, so I'm happy to see that it kind of closes flush. And then you've got a few extra slots right. It's a little stiff still, breaking it in, but you do have a quick slot right here. There we go. So that's kind of cool. Quick slot right there, and I suppose you could probably even take one of these and probably slide it in here as well if you needed to have like another quick slot. But this one's a little more secure. It's a pocket, so you kind of got that quick slot as well. So, overall it's a cool wallet. It moves away from its usual kind of stitching. It's all kind of a foldable wallet. It does have more capacity. I feel like I can probably fit probably a couple more cards than what I can in the Finnegan. But this is kind of my first impression with it, and not sure how I feel about it. I'm gonna have to use it for a little bit to see, but kind of first impression is not sure that I like it, to be honest. Wallets for me are always about speed and practicality and kind of size. So if you're going to make the wallet bigger, you've got to give me something as an advantage. And this really is kind of the same thing. You just kind of have drop in, style. There's no like compartments in here and like that, like the Big Fin at least. So I think it sits too. I think the cards fall too low, makes it a little bit harder to use. And there's no compartments. When you look at the Hobei, let me take some of my cards out of here. If you look at the Hobei, it's about the same size, but you gotta get all these different compartments to sort out your cards. So you got here, close it up, and you still got something here. So the Hobei being a bigger wallet, you kind of get, you're getting something for that size. You get organization. That's kind of the trade-off between a small size wall and a bigger size wall is organization. So what I've liked about these finishes, what I've always always loved about the Finnegan is its small footprint, but you know, all your cards are kind of just mixed in there. So that's acceptable to me. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, it is priced really well, so for the money, it is a, you know, good option, but you know, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this one. You know, I think that for being a bigger wallet, there should have been, you know, maybe, you know, some kind of like apartment added in there or something to help you with organization. Maybe like, you know, I don't know. You know, I'm not a craftsman, so I can't really kind of think of it. But I just feel like there should have been more to this wallet if you're gonna make it this big. Otherwise, I mean, really, when you think about it, I mean, when you compare the thin fin to the Franklin, I mean, what exactly is this one giving you that this one doesn't? I guess the quick slot, but that's about it. And this one is substantially larger, you know, wider, thicker. So I don't know. It's a personal question, right? Do you want to have a little bit more, you know, a larger wallet for just the quick slot? But if you compare it to the Franklin, here the trade-off's even less because the Franklin does have a quick slot. So for example, you can, not the Franklin, the Finnegan, just like you have the quick slot here, in theory, you have the quick slot right here as well. You can slide your card in like that as well and pull it out. So if you want a quick draw, I mean, it's not as good as the other one, but you know, it's worked for me a couple times. So, you know, comparing this in the Lost Dutchman offering, you know, I don't know. I think it's a personal preference, but would I recommend it? Probably not. I would still think these two are kind of a better designed and built kind of functional wallet. And if you're going to go this footprint, I think it almost makes sense to get the big fin, because the big fin you kind of get a lot more kind of better organization. So, but we'll see. You know, I'll use it and see if my mind has changed. But this is kind of just the first impression. Is that, you know, it's kind of, you get a big fin footprint with, you know, the Finnegan kind of usability. And then when you compare it to like the Hobey, I just think it's like a no-brainer. I mean, I would take the Hobey, you know, 9 times out of 10. You know, it just gives you way more organization and usability at the same kind of, you know, virtually the same size. You know, they're pretty much, I think the Hobey is like a hair taller, but the Franklin's a little bit thicker. So I mean, I'd call them kind of the same size wallets. Or even if you take the cash fin, which I've, you know, modified, but at least the cash fin, you know, you get some of these compartments, and they're again about the same size. So, you know, the cash fin's maybe a little bit wider. No, it's about the same. So honestly, I would think maybe the cash fin, I mean, great, again, mine's kind of heavily modified here because I didn't like the long strap, but you know, I still think that the best wallets to choose from are going to be either the Finnegan, I mean, these are so close and tied, or the big fin. Not sure how I feel about this one, but then again, it is priced really well. So I'm kind of looking at it price aside, right? Because price is you know, it's individual. To some people, $50 is a lot of money. To some, it's, you know, nothing. So I'm not going to I try to avoid using price in my decision. I'm just kind of looking at the functional part of the wallet, how good the wallet is, and I'll let you guys decide what's a good price for you. So I would probably, you know, not recommend this one. I still think these are probably the 2 best options. And if you do want to, you know, a little bit of a larger wallet, then either the big fin or the Hobey. So the Hobey is a good wallet as well. So, all right, cool. Well, anyway, just wanted to kind of show you guys this wallet and give you my thoughts on it. Like always, I'm going to make this my primary wallet for the next month or so, and then I'll come back and I'll see if I feel any different, if it's kind of, you know, change my mind, if it's broken in, and if it's going to be one that's going to be in my regular use. So thanks for tuning in, and have a great rest of your day. Okay, I'm back. 2 hours later, after I kind of tinkering this a little bit more, I decided that I needed to make a small little change. So I went ahead and gave this a quick little trim. So now it's a little bit easier to kind of get your cards out, because I can actually get your whole thumb on it. And then you can also make it a little easier to thumb through and kind of, you know, get your thumb inside. So yeah, came out okay. It's still a little wet here from the oil I had to put, kind of help get rid of the fuzzies, but that's it. So I will give this some use and I'll be back. Talk to you later.